Have you ever stopped to look at the stars and wondered, how did all of this come to be? The oceans, the mountains, the birds singing, the breath in your lungs. Was it all just an accident, or is there a creator behind it all? Today, we're going back to the very beginning, the first chapter of the Bible, to discover how God made the world, step by step. And trust me, it's more real and powerful than you might imagine. In the beginning, there was nothing, only darkness. Then suddenly, the voice of God broke the silence, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Genesis 1-3. Light pierced the darkness, and God saw that it was good. He called the light day and the darkness night. This was the very first day. Even today, light reminds us of God's presence. Just like He separated light from darkness, He calls us to walk in His light instead of being lost in the dark. Day 2, sky and waters. 1 On the second day, God created the sky. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Genesis 1-6. He separated the waters above from the waters below, creating the heavens, the skies we see every morning when we look up. Think about it. Every sunrise, every cloud, every drop of rain is part of His design. Day 3, land and plants. 1.5 On the third day, God gathered the waters, so dry land appeared. He called the dry land earth and the gathered waters seas. But He didn't stop there. God filled the land with plants, trees, fruits, and seeds of every kind. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. Genesis 1:12. The next time you eat an apple, walk in a forest, or plant a seed, remember this all started with God's voice. Day 4. Sun, moon and stars. 1 On day 4, God placed lights in the sky, the sun to rule the day, the moon to rule the night, and the stars to shine. And God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. Genesis 1:16. Imagine this. Every star you see in the night sky was hung there by His hand. Billions of galaxies, all ordered by the same God who knows your name. Day 5. Birds and fish. 1 On the fifth day, God filled the seas with living creatures and the skies with birds. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moved, which the waters brought forth abundantly, after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. Genesis 1:21. Every bird's song and every wave in the ocean is a reminder of His creativity. Day 6. Animals and humanity. 2.5 On the sixth day, God created animals, cattle, wild beasts, and creeping things. But His masterpiece came last, humanity. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, and over all the earth." Genesis 1:26. God formed man and woman in His image. That means you're not an accident. You carry the fingerprints of God Himself. He gave mankind purpose, responsibility, and blessing. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, "Be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth." Genesis 1:28. Every life has value because every life comes from God. Day 7. Rest. 1 Finally, on the seventh day, God rested. And on the seventh day God ended His work which He had made. And He rested on the seventh day from all His work. Genesis 2:2. This wasn't because He was tired, but to give us a pattern. Work with purpose, and rest in Him. Reflection -1 When we look at the creation story, we see more than history. We see God's heart. He created with intention. He designed everything with order, beauty, and care. And above all, He created you in His image. The same God who spoke light into existence can speak life into your situation today. If this story encouraged you, there are countless more in God's Word, stories of hope, faith, and redemption. Subscribe to Bible Stories Daily and join us as we bring the Bible to life, one story at a time. And remember, if God could create the universe with His Word, imagine what He can do in your life today.